Have you ever seen that meme that says, "You play the victim so well. I'm surprised you don't carry around your own body chalk"? I'm sure we've all ran across someone like this in our lives. And if you are proficient in studying the behavior of others, this performance resembles that of a crime scene. However, the roles seem to be reversed, because you, my friend, are the target. Ah, the delicate dance, the intricate ballet of emotional manipulation. We've all been there, haven't we? Locked in a seemingly innocuous interaction with someone who possesses a truly unique, almost Olympic-level talent for pushing buttons you didn't even know you had. They chip and they poke, they prod and they question, they invalidate and they dismiss, all with the subtle grace of a sledgehammer aimed at a walnut. And then, just when you're teetering on the precipice of sanity, when your internal pressure cooker is about to explode in a glorious, cathartic geyser of, "Oh my God, would you just stop?" It happens, you snap. You, the unsuspecting target, finally let loose that single, exasperated sigh. Or perhaps a slightly too loud, "Are you friggin' serious right now?" Maybe even dare to dream an outright declaration of their utterly maddening behavior. And in that precise, glorious moment of your well-earned emotional release, something truly miraculous occurs. Lo and behold, before your exasperated breath has even settled, before the last echo of your perfectly justified frustration has faded, they grab their invisible chalk, draw a pristine outline around themselves on the psychological floor, and step neatly into the crisp, freshly laundered victim costume. And then you witness the show. The transformation from the instigator to the innocent martyr. It's a sight to behold, truly. One moment, they were the relentless, insidious force dismantling your composure, brick by painful brick. The next, their eyes widen, their mouth forms a delicate look of shock, and their voice drops to a wounded, hushed whisper. "Why are you yelling at me?" They'll whimper, conveniently forgetting the 3 hours of passive-aggressive commentary, the 1,000 tiny criticisms, or the blatant disregard for your boundaries that led to this very moment. "I was only trying to help, understand, or be there for you." They'll sob, as if their entire repertoire consisted of benevolent gestures rather than a carefully calibrated assault on your nerves. The sheer audacity, the blatant gaslighting, the immediate, almost instinctual pivot to portraying themselves as the fragile, innocent party, bruised by your sudden, inexplicable outburst. It's enough to make you scream into the void until your vocal cords give up. Because not only have they successfully driven you to the point of a public or private meltdown, but they have also now deftly flipped the script, making you the villain in their self-imprisoned tragedy. This isn't just a bad habit, it's a deeply ingrained personality glitch, a catastrophic lack of self-awareness coupled with an unerring talent for emotional manipulation. They are, to put it mildly, accountability allergic. They cannot or will not process the notion that their own actions directly contributed to another person's distress. Instead, they project, they deflect, and they assume the mantle of the wronged. It's an emotional Teflon coating, nothing sticks, especially not blame. So, how do you, the perpetually bamboozled, avoid becoming accidental villains in someone else's emotional melodrama? How do you identify these chalk-wielding, costume-wearing individuals before we're halfway to an aneurysm? Here are some things to look for. The constant testing of waters. Do they often push small boundaries? Make tiny, seemingly innocent digs that just barely miss being outright rude? This is their reconnaissance mission, checking your tolerance limits. The apology that isn't. Listen carefully to their apologies, if they even offer them. Are they filled with, "if you felt that way," or "I'm sorry, you misunderstood"? These are not apologies. They are deflections designed to make you responsible for your own feelings. The blame shifters. Pay attention to how they talk about past conflicts or difficult situations. Is it always someone else's fault? Do they paint themselves as perpetually misunderstood or victimized by circumstances? Bingo! The emotional sponge drainers. Do you feel utterly exhausted after interacting with them? Do conversations leave you feeling depleted, confused, or vaguely guilty without knowing why? Your energy is being siphoned off to fuel their internal drama. The innocent questions that feel like attacks. Are you sure you want to wear that? Is that the best way to do it? These aren't genuine inquiries. They're subtle criticisms cloaked in feigned curiosity. The pattern of misunderstandings. If you find yourself constantly having to clarify, re-explain, or defend your intentions, it's not a lack of clarity on your part. They are deliberately misinterpreting to create conflict or portray you in a negative light. My friends, let's be completely clear here. Their issues have absolutely, positively, unequivocally nothing to do with you. This isn't about your patience, your kindness, or your ability to communicate. This is their internal landscape, their broken compass, their deeply rooted inability to take responsibility for their own emotional output. You are simply the unfortunate blank canvas onto which they project their own unresolved shortcomings and self-doubt, and a convenient actor in their perpetual victim narrative. So the next time you feel that familiar pressure building, that insidious chipping away at your composure, that slow burn of exasperation, remember the chalk, remember the costume, and for the love of all that is sane, step away from the stage. Your peace of mind is not a prop for their dramatic reenactment. It's yours. Cherish it, protect it, and let them play the victim to an audience of precisely 0.